What's up, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? It is me again, and in an effort to not wait with all the Schmoedown matches till the very last minute, which is what I have been doing for a while now, I'm going to now watch and react the most recent match that dropped, Eliot Dewberry versus VIDEODREW. It's Drew versus Dewberry. Nah, it doesn't work as well as I thought it would. Anyways, it's 5 in the morning right now, and I probably should be sleeping at the moment, but to be honest, there really isn't a better time for me to watch this because I'm going away for the weekend, for the holidays, so I wouldn't be able to watch, at least not at the capacity that I would want to watch the matches where I'm going. So I gotta watch at least one of them now, so at least I'll do some of the work. But anyways, I'll be participating, but again, like I said, it's 5 in the morning, so how well or how badly I'm going to perform in this match, I'm going to blame it on the time, because I can. Anyways, Eliot Dewberry versus VIDEODREW. I'm on the side of the VIDEODREW at the moment, I believe. Yeah, she's still in the den. Sorry, the dungeon. Here we go, and we started getting things wrong before the match even started. I'm a much bigger fan of the VIDEODREW character than the Eliot Dewberry. I wasn't a fan of what happened to him last year. The angle that they went with, the whole splitting up the, first of all, splitting up the wild berries. How could you do that, Shannon? But then turning him evil, and now he's gone full Lex Luthor for some reason. I don't know. Anyways, I wasn't a fan of that story angle, and, well, I'm a much bigger fan of VIDEODREW than I am of Mr. Dewberry. Anyways, let's begin before the sun comes up, which will be any second now. So, here we go.
Repeat of the song.
We're going with Triple R, Rick the Rager Radis.
Losing to a former champ of his caliber by 2 points, I can't be ashamed.
Loyalty is something we need, and I'm going to find it with one person who I know has already gotten my back, and that's Kate Mully.
Josh LaCouga is no longer in the movie trivia Schmoedown. Eliot Dewberry is responsible for that. VIDEODREW!
Now is the moment it all comes to fruition, okay? Hello?
I'm the boss now. You work for me, and you know what? You're gonna like it, I'm gonna like it, and get used to it, because this is how it's gonna go, okay?
What?
You wear a mask, Dick. What is going on? What is happening? Hello?
Hey, Drew, it's Grace.
Grace? Interview girl, what's up?
Oh boy.
I'm doing well. How are you feeling? Like, what's up? Are you okay? You've been on my mind so much today.
I mean, I've been okay, except for I'm here at Collider and I can't get in. They won't let me in. They say I'm not wearing a mask and they're not even the right people here. Are you guys trying to hide matches from me? Because you know what? I'm coming. I'm coming for the belts.
Oh my gosh, no. Just take a deep breath. I totally understand your confusion, your frustration. I totally get it. Everything's gonna be fine. And I just wanted to check in on you because I actually have something I wanted to run by you if now's a good time. Okay, because I'm gonna ask you a couple questions and I want you to answer them honestly, okay?
Am I getting paid? If I'm getting paid, then you can ask me questions because you know I'm gonna get that belt, Grace. What's up? Where's the belts?
Okay, I hear you. I have a quick question for you then. How many films are in the Mission Impossible franchise?
Oh.
Mission Impossible? You're gonna ask me Mission Impossible? But easy. Let's see. 1, 2, woo. 2017. Six.
All right, well that's actually, yes, there are 6. Okay, who's the lead in Get Out? Who's the main male lead in the film Get Out?
Get Out. This is one of those stupid 80s. I don't know. Do I get to repeat the question or no?
You don't get to repeat the question.
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know.
One final question.
What?
One final question, I promise this is the last
Better
one,
be
okay?
easy.
What was Mahershala Ali's last Oscar for? What film?
Who? Wait, no. Who? What are these questions? What is going on?
Just listen. I have a great idea. Listen, you have brains, you have beauty, you have charisma. I really, really think we should put you on the desk. Okay? Now hear me out. You'll have more power on the desk. I know, but Mark Ellis, I've already talked to him about this. He's gonna mentor you. You guys are gonna hang out and drink Miller Lite with ice cubes. It's gonna be super fun. It's gonna be the bromance of the season. And listen, Christian is garbage. He is awful. The man can hardly speak. He knows nothing about trivia.
He's an idiot. Everyone knows that. Yeah.
Let's start out on the desk and see what happens. Yeah?
Okay. All right, I'm in.
Excellent. I'm thrilled. I'm so excited. Ellis will be so thrilled. Oh, this is so wonderful. But I'm getting another call. I gotta jump. I'll talk to you soon.
First,
Okay. Okay.
Hello, Grace.
Hello. Yeah. He's in.
What the hell is going on? Man, Ellis and I are gonna be best friends.
Where are they going with this? I mean, I like it, but where are they going with this?
Welcome back, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans. Season 8 is in full swing. What a season it has already been, and we're only halfway through March. Unbelievable so far. Very excited, and what a crazy match we have today. I'm so excited in the singles division. Mark Ellis, how are you?
Christian, I am doing great. As you can tell, I am broadcasting live from a bustling Times Square right now where crowds have lined up to see this matchup between Eliot Dewberry and VIDEODREW, both coming off very, shall we say, what's the word, interesting, enigmatic even seasons last year. And I think they're looking to build off whatever momentum they had, but you might be looking for a fresh start for one of them.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is a big match for the both of them. It's a big match for the dungeon. It's a big match for corruption. And we're just coming off of, thank you to everybody who just watched the big pay-per-view on Friday with Dimolanta and Damon, Bibiani and Paul Oyama. So just to say up top, if obviously you're watching this match on YouTube, we have matches on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but being part of the Patreon, we've had 3 pay-per-views already, and if you're at the $10 Patreon level, you get it. So join up today. You can get tickets at for the single ones at $5.99 with the schmoedownlive.com. You can go on there, check it out, and the Patreon's really worth it. It's really worth it. And also, just to let you know before we start this match, if you didn't know already, faction merch. If you see all the faction merch, you're going to see a corruption shirt here today. You might see some dungeon stuff. You might. And if you do, you can get one of those. And when you do, you support the league. You support the factions, because every time you purchase something inside of a faction merch, a percentage of those profits go to the overall prize at the end of the year. So that is what the factions are playing for. So you guys set the prize for the end of the year. So there's something, link is in the description. But Mark, yeah, you mentioned this match, like Inner Geekdom and Star Wars is a massive presence already this season. It's going to have more of a presence as it goes on. But the singles division, it's where the lifeblood of the Schmoedown has always been. And VIDEODREW is a character that when she came into the league right away, you were like, well, who the hell is this? And do I need to lock my door? And when you see all the wonderful things that she's done and the moments that she's given, and even going back to her Looney Bin days with Tom, something changed last year. Because if you look from her match against Mark Riley in the tournament, and then you fast forward to what she did against Jen Kemp, that's a different VIDEODREW. But she's going up against an Eliot Dewberry, who also is coming off a massive victory, sending our good buddy Josh McCouga out to pasture.
Yeah, he sent Makuga to Del Boca Vista, which is not an easy task. One of the most beloved figures in Schmoedown history. And to talk to Eliot Dewberry about it, Christian, he is riding high still off of that retirement match win. And you said Video Drew. Her and I paneled together at Comic-Con years ago, and I knew she was funny. I knew she was intelligent. She's a firebrand. But wow, to wrap it all up in this, as you would say, character package that we get, it's the real McCoy. That's the Video Drew you get 24/7. She knows a hell of a lot about movies. And so if Dewberry wants to win today, he is going to have to bring his A game, even more of an A game than he brought when he felled Joshikins.
But the thing is with Dewberry, people don't give him enough credit. The man has been around since season 2. He's been playing since season 2. He has been that long. Yes, he is a vet that has been around for a very long time. He was the very last pick for Corruption in the draft. He made it back to Corruption because he says he's been saved. Some people think he's been corrupted. Either way, he looked great against Makuga. He really did. And I'm curious what we're going to get here. We know that there's been some stuff happening with Shannon. We know that that Kaiser's very excited to get Drew back. And Nerd Chronic, he's been paying attention to all of it. And how do we know? Well, watch this.
Oh, hey. I didn't see you there, she said convincingly. It's your best friend Video Drew. Welcome to another season of the Schmoedown starring me. Roll tape.
Well, great to be back in the Red Room with the Duchess of the Dungeon, Video Drew.
Kaiser, welcome back, buddy. It is so good to see you again. You know, I really had high hopes for us last season. I thought we'd be going back and forth all year long, but you let me down. The dungeon sucked.
Kaiser has something that we haven't seen all season, and that's a smile on his face because he hears, and your winner.
Last season, I had so much fun playing a perfect game against Jen Kemp. Well, I went to multiple choice once, but still, great game. Then, I came in second place in that rom-com exhibition match. Keep that in mind for a minute, because in that match, I met my future husband / best friend / soul snake, Josh McCuber.
She called me McCuber.
No one ever called you McCuber. Josh, would you like to play Video Drew in a one-on-one match?
I mean, I've never said no to anybody, but she does scare me. It's legit scary.
Well, you have it. Video Drew versus McCugan. Once we're back.
Yay! That's who I'm playing.
Hello, Video Drew. Up until very recently, everyone kind of thought Josh McCuga, my former teammate, would be a part of the movie Trivia Schmoedown forever. But we all saw how that turned out, didn't we? Video Drew.
Josh McCuga is no longer in the movie Trivia Schmoedown. His former best friend, Eliot Dewberry, is responsible for that.
Everybody lost their minds when Shannon broke up the Dingleberries. Well, just think of how crazy everyone's gonna be when Video Drew knocks McCuga's cousin into the minor leagues.
I don't know about Video Drew, but Dewberry really wants to play this season. Who am I to tell him now?
Now I'm being told that I have a chance to play Josh in the newest match of the new season of War. But I would like to play a game I like to call Love. Video Drew style.
You and I are not the same, Video Drew. For one thing, your Twitter feed looks like the scrawlings in the personal diary of a serial killer. Seriously, what's going on there?
You might want to remind your little weirdo that Dewberry knows a lot more than she's probably willing to give him credit for. And she doesn't watch her back. She's going to be really upset by the end of this match.
I didn't even know Doonesbury was still in the league. The only reason he got drafted is because nobody in Corruption knows how to use a calculator.
I know Josh hates scary things, but he does love me even if he doesn't know it yet. And I think this match will be the one thing that pushes him over the edge from fear all the way to true love.
The Schmoedown, it's not about dressing up. It's about winning. And as a member of Corruption, I think we know, and I know, a thing or two about that.
So will you, Josh McCuber, take this red guy and make me the happiest Video Drew around?
One word for all you bombs out there.
Well, Jerry.
Well, she's in for a surprise when she realized she's not fighting Okay.
That was pretty entertaining. I mean,
Stellar.
Everything when you get to what Video Drew is up to. The fact
beats him.
Kaiser and Video Drew have a very interesting relationship. I remember when they first met, and I think they played against each other. He didn't know what the hell to make of Video Drew, and now Kaiser does for as much. Again, he has these relationships with his players, and they just respond to him. Look at what he did with Mara Kanopik, right? The man has taken 3 different people to championships. And I take nothing away to Shannon Barney, who has so many things that she has done. How many championships has she won? But there's something about Kaiser and Video Drew. I don't know, man. This is going to be a very interesting matchup with all of them.
Yeah, we're talking about some magnetization, that polar opposite may be attracting. And with Kaiser, it seems that he has come over to the side of Video Drew, embracing who she is. Whereas with Shannon Barney, Christian, I think that she likes to look at her competitors and then appeal to their dark side and bring them under her wing. So it's 2 different strategies from a managerial standpoint, but one of them is going to get a big, much needed W here today. Still relatively early in the season where those standings it's very, very deadly ground, as Steven Seagal, our good friend, would say.
You ready? It already has, Mark. It already has. All right, are you ready to get going?
Yeah, it was a movie. It was Steven Seagal in it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first, representing the Dungeon, with a record of 1 win, 2 defeats in the singles division. This is VIDEODREW. That is 1 word, I've been told. 1 word, VIDEODREW. VIDEODREW, how are you? Nice to see you. What is the latest, and are you going to blend into your couch?
Makuber, from the first time we met, I knew we had something special. I would like to grow old watching you from outside your window. Will you please take VIDEODREW as your lawfully wedded wife? I love you.
Drew, you're sorry to tell you this. You're actually playing the other Wildberry, Eliot Dewberry, not Josh McCouga.
What? No. You promised that it would be me and Josh McCouber, lawfully wedded man, and VIDEODREW.
Well, I didn't promise that part. I said maybe there's a match, and I said that could happen. Yeah, but the problem was that last season, Eliot Dewberry defeated McCouga and retired him from the league.
Oh, well, what does he look like?
You'll see in just a minute.
Have you ever seen
hair.
Hitman Agent 47?
For the sake of this argument, yes, say yes.
Okay. Well, if you've seen that movie, we hopefully don't have any questions about that movie. But VIDEODREW, we do have a lot of questions about movies, and you're very good at answering them. What was your off season like, strategy-wise, study-wise, prep-wise, for today's big event?
Well, mostly just getting something borrowed, something blue. This is actually a huge disappointment. Can't tell if you can see that in my face. But yes, very disappointed to hear this, because I've been studying nothing except wedding movies since we last played. So this is going to be interesting. Hope he's cute.
All right. Well, thank you, VIDEODREW. Gonna leave you here for just a moment as we bring in your competitor and her opponent, representing Corruption, with a record of 2 wins, 3 defeats, and 1 knockout. Eliot the Mountain Dewberry. Eliot Dewberry, are you confused that your opponent thought you were getting married today, but yet it wouldn't be you, it would be Josh McCouga?
McCougar.
I thought everyone was aware of what happened between me and Josh McCouga. He is no longer part of the league. That is entirely my doing. Josh McCouga, one of the earliest members of the Schmoedown, dating back to when this was all done within the confines of a garage, a separate garage. And now that garage door is finally closed, and the Schmoedown can move into a new generation of sophistication. And that's all thanks to me.
Mark, I am actually still in the garage, but it's
You say sophistication, but I think a lot of folks would counter that with saying what we used to love Eliot Dewberry, and now that he's with corruption, he seems to have settled on a sort of Amish Walter White vibe that is Breaking Bad. Is that a fair statement to say?
Some have said that I have been corrupted. I would say that I have been baptized in blood and born again as a member of the champion team, Corruption. Shannon showed me the
I want to see him versus Brother Lomas.
And, there's no
that could be interesting.
We doing Bats and Blood, really, Christian, on this show? Did you authorize that?
I don't authorize anything anymore. All right, so as Grace Hancock has made it very, very clear, and we are going to get the rules of round number one. Mark, how do they go?
There are rules in round number one. It's pretty much the same as last season, where you have 8 questions from 8 different corners of movie trivia Schmoedown. Know how in round number one. Each question is worth a point. No penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number one. You have about 15 seconds to write down your answer, then keep it there. We'll ask you to show what you wrote to your camera at the same time you verbalize your answer into the microphone. Each competitor has 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the 3-round match. Not sure you heard a question right, want to buy yourself another 15 seconds for thought or dramatic purposes. Use a JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to be spent at any time throughout the match. You may initiate the challenge as the competitor. We'll bring in your manager. They'll confirm and ratify that said challenge is indeed taking place. Christian, I got to tell you, it's been weird so far already. I don't hate these two as a couple.
Well, all right, I can go with it. All right, so I start with Dewberry. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Video Drew, are you ready?
I do.
Oh, you're muted.
She's not.
She's ready. I got you.
Oh, hey, what every girl wants to hear on her wedding day. Sure, let's do it.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown. Round number one. Question number one. In the realm of famous actors and actresses, which 1984 comedy marked the first collaboration between actor Tom Hanks and director Ron Howard?
Christian, every time you think you have Video Drew figured out, you get another curveball, and it's what we love here in the Schmoedown.
Yep. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Not sure it was
1.
9. It was
Pens down, hands up,
84,
please.
but-
Pens down, hands up, and we start with Elliot.
Is it Splash?
It is. Video Drew.
Wow.
Splash.
I thought
Yes.
that was
All right.
before
So
84.
we go
Never
1-1
mind.
as we get to our next question, Mark.
That is in the category of action/adventure. And your 1-point query. Which actress directed Kristen Stewart, Naomi Scott, and Ella Balinska in 2019's Charlie's Angels?
It's a very interesting match. It's very entertaining already. And we're only 2 questions in.
You ever watch that Charlie's Angels TV show? Were you of that era?
No, it was not. 5, 4, 3. Sorry to disappoint you. 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. Pens down, hands up. And Video Drew.
Is it Demi Moore?
Elizabeth
It
Banks.
is not. And Video, Elliot.
I got nothing. I know I can see her face. I know she had a great guest run on 30 Rock, but I can't think of her name.
Are you thinking of Elizabeth Banks?
Yes.
Oh, not
All right.
Megan Mullally. Okay.
So there it is. We both missed that one, and we
when I
get
get a
to
question
question
that they
3.
both miss, especially when I'm
Horror
this tired
/ thriller.
Woohoo.
and barely functioning.
Which horror franchise has entries with the subtitles H2O and Resurrection?
You on the horror movies yet, Christian?
It just depends. If
Your
they're
daughter?
Good. If
When
I'm
I was
daughter,
at
like 7 or 8, we used to sneak down and watch horror movies after our parents went to sleep.
for my upcoming match.
3, 2. The internet's
What's the
hard.
question on this
1,
franchise?
0. All right, pens down, please. And we start with Elliot.
Halloween.
Halloween.
Yes, sir. Video Drew.
Oh, you drew a little pumpkin. It's Halloween.
Yes, it is. All right, next question.
And I wore an orange tie.
So far, I'm
Your next
perfect,
question.
and I'm outscoring
In the
both
world
of them,
of,
just saying.
we go from horror to family films.
Oh,
And
same
here it
thing.
is.
Everything can change in this question.
Some folks, yes. Ben Schwartz provides the voice of the title character in what 2020 family film, which was based on a video game?
It's a great question so far. I got to tell you, this whole season already, the writers have been going above and beyond. They really have. And
I've
we
enjoyed
are
your work as well.
You're decent. 5, 4, 3.
That's more of a new
2,
releases question.
1.
Actually,
Pens
no,
down,
scratch that.
please. Video Drew.
Oh, actually, it is.
So the first
Sonic
person
the
I've ever
Hedgehog.
interviewed, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes, and Elliot.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes, sir. Okay,
Sonic the
3-3.
Hedgehog.
3-3 so far. A good match. And here's the next question in the realm of black cinema. After the man kills his brother and poisons the neighborhood with tainted liquor, a kung fu fighter wages a war that takes him all the way to Nixon's White House. In what 2009 film?
What?
I mean, I would say that liquor is also talented if it could do all those
Probably
things.
both. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of ability inside that bottle. The bottle of liquor.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. And Eliot Dewberry.
The man.
I didn't know it. I'm gonna get you, sucker. Was the one that was stuck in my head, blocking the correct answer. Sorry.
That is not correct. And Video Drew?
I don't think I got this one either. I said Undercover Brother.
No, looking for Black Dynamite. Black Dynamite. Black Dynamite. All right. Here is the next question, Mark.
It's a very cool movie. Highly recommend it.
It's good.
Your next category is in the world of comedies. Video Drew, the check is in the mail. Your question for 1 point. Which SNL, that stands for Saturday Night Live actor, starred in the comedies The Animal and The Hot Chick?
Man.
Okay.
I don't know any
Sonic the
SNL
Hedgehog
people.
has Tails. Mario has Yoshi. Which mascot is more useless? The answer, Yoshi.
5, 4, 3. You can drop a ship. 2, 1, or whatever. 0. Pens down, please. Pens down, hands up. Pens down, hands up. And we start with... We start with Video Drew.
He likes to eat eggs. Rob Schneider. I was talking about Yoshi, but...
Rob Schneider is right. And Eliot Dewberry.
Got it in the last second, so you judge whether that's legible or not.
We'll give it to you. Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider. Okay, we got it. 4-4. 4-4. All right, next one.
4-4.
Next one. Here we go. 1990s. Which 1992 film stars Al Pacino, Chris O'Donnell, Philip Seymour Hoffman, and Bradley Whitford?
Okay, Christian. What was Rob Schneider doing in 92?
Something with Adam Sandler, I'm sure.
Nope. Come on. Answer it funny.
Something with Adam Sandler. 5,
Making copies.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. Pens down, hands up. And
Let's hope
Dewberry.
my match is...
Hoorah! The answer is Scent of a Woman.
Yes. Video Drew.
Hoo-ha. Son of a woman.
Hoo-ha!
That is correct. Hoo-ha. All right, so we get to the next question, a final question in round number 1 in the realm of dramas. Mark.
That's right. Dramas is your closing category, and here's the query for a point. What 1997 blockbuster features supporting roles from Billy Zane, Kathy Bates, and Bill Paxton? Christian, I got to tell you, I know you love Pacino. I'm sure he's fine in Scent of a Woman. Yeah. In no world should he have won the Oscar over Denzel Washington for Malcolm X.
Was that? Did he win? No, I think it was. Did he win? 5, 4, 3,
I think so.
2, 1. Pens down, please. And Video Drew.
Titanic.
Listen to your friend Billy Zane. It's the theme of my prom, Titanic.
Yes, and Dewberry.
Titanic.
What a round it was. 6-6. Dewberry, Video Drew, all tied up after round number 1, and now we get into round number 2, the wheel round. Mark, tell us how it goes.
Was it really the theme of your prom, Titanic?
It was that Celine Dion song, and it was Homecoming. I lied. It was Homecoming, but yes.
Close enough.
Very odd theme for a dance here.
It was. It was a very odd thing. I thought so at the time. Unless we get in Delaware.
Your round 2 rules are as follows. It's the wheel round, and hopefully that wheel doesn't hit any large ice-shaped object. And each competitor is going to spin that wheel virtually. You can do it with your mind. As soon as you settle on a category, you're going to have 4 questions in that world. Each question is worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. However, stealing is available in round number 2. So if you're not sure of the answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. So, Christian, tie ball game here, but Eliot Dewberry does have the advantage. He's still fresh off that Makuga retirement W, so Eliot Dewberry is going to have the call here. Eliot, would you like to spin first or defer to your ship dance themed opponent.
I will defer.
All right, John, you got 60 seconds to talk to Video Drew.
Call him
starting
John.
now.
You know, first of all, we aren't intimidated by corruption, by Shannon Barney, and we're especially not intimidated by Stanley Tucci's stunt double. Let's just get that out of the way, all right? And Ellis, the fact that you're friends with Steven Seagal says a lot about your character. Drew, how you feeling today?
Good stuff or bad
A
stuff?
little excited, a little nervous. My mom said this was going to be a huge day, so very, 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 very.
Let me tell you something. If Shannon Barney was alive during the Salem witch trials, things would not have gone well for her.
It didn't go well for any of us.
No, I mean, seriously. So, all right, well, let's give this thing a spin. I think this is your day, sis. This is your day. I woke up this morning. I said, congratulations on your marriage to MacGruber. And I said, let's go out there and celebrate and get a big win for the dungeon.
Yes. And he's cute too, so it works.
10, 9. All right.
8, 7.
Thank you, Drew. Thank you.
Oh, this thing again. This game. Okay.
Well, here's the spin. Now,
I love her
obviously,
so much.
if Video Drew doesn't like what she gets, she can spin again, unless it lands on opponents or spinners. Otherwise, and here we go. 90s movies. 90s movies, 60 seconds to decide, starting now.
I like the 90s a lot. It is a good decade. I was alive during it. However, I do know it's a strength of this other guy. So what are we thinking?
There's a lot of stuff on there I don't like, and I am confident in your ability in this category, regardless of it being something Elliot likes.
You know what?
I would stick with it. You know, I mean, that's what I would say.
Let me get another second to look at this.
Take a look at it.
Okay, hold on.
There's a few on there I really dislike, Drew. That's all I'm gonna say.
You know what? Let's stick with it. I trust Kaiser. I trust myself, and I love MacGruber.
Competitors ready to go. And Mark, we're going to get to round number 2, 90s movies. 90s movies. All right. Video Drew, you get 4 questions in the realm of 90s. Are you ready?
Yes. I'm doing ASMR now.
All right. Here's the first
Please
one.
don't. I hate that stuff.
Who directed both The Addams Family and Addams Family Values?
Good question.
Great question. Multiple choice?
Is it A, Chris Columbus, B, Barry Sonnenfeld, C, Robert Altman, D, Jerry Zucker?
I think it's Robert Altman. Definitely not Columbus. Definitely not at that time.
B, Barry Sonnenfeld is correct for 1 point. Just a reminder to the competitors, please either say B and what the answer is, or B for banana or something, just so we don't get...
B is for banana. Yes, sorry.
All right, here we go. Question 2. In the 1994 comedy, The Flintstones, John Goodman plays Fred Flintstone. Who plays Barney Rubble?
Oh, no, I can't. I know they're good friends. I can't remember.
I think I know this, but I don't. I want to double check. Multiple choice.
Is it A, Stephen Baldwin, B, John Candy, C, Robin Williams, D, Rick Moranis?
It's 1991.
B.
Believe it's Rick Moranis.
No.
Correct. For 1 more point. Here is the next question. This comedic actor has roles in both Wayne's World and Wayne's World 2 as a well-informed security guard in the first film and a friend of Wayne and Garth in the second film.
Should probably watch those movies.
Chris Farley.
For 2 points. That is correct. Here's your final question. Question number 4. You will find comets you will find comets nicknamed Biederman and Wolf in what 90s sci-fi film?
Comets. Like the things that hurtle towards planets.
Comets. Comets.
Armageddon?
It is incorrect. Dewberry, for the steal, you will find comets nicknamed Biederman and Wolf in which 90s sci-fi film?
Multiple choice.
Deep Impact.
Can't do that.
Oh,
she
I can't.
Didn't, she didn't use it.
If it's not
Deep
Armageddon, then Deep Impact.
For 2-point steal, that is correct.
Ooh.
2-point steal. Big
Well, I got the
2-point
point.
steal
I
by
got it by
Dewberry.
both of
Huge.
them,
And finds himself
elimination.
now only down by 2.
Because in Armageddon there was one
buddy,
asteroid.
there you go.
We're doing all right.
Woo, you are doing just fine. This glare is really.
You get 60 seconds here, Shannon. You're going to use it.
Oh, you're gonna. Oh, I can just
take
go.
care of
You
yourself?
wanna, yeah. I gotta
ahead.
make sure I can see this beautiful specimen that's in front of me right now. Dewberry, you're friggin' amazing. First of all, she took a category that A is your specialty and B has already been spun a few times, so it's gonna be a little deeper cut. So she had to check down to multiple choice quite a bit. All you need is a good spin here. If you don't get it, don't worry about it. You're still up on her right now. It's 8-10. You just got to get a couple of these questions right. Take it to the third round. There's no pressure here. You know exactly what you're doing. What do you got for me? Anything you got to say right now?
I feel good.
I feel good too, baby.
It's going well.
The spin is in. Here we go. So obviously, if he doesn't like what he spins, he can spin again, unless it lands on opponent's choice. That is.
Or 90s.
Pretty sure I came up with the nickname The Mountain, Christian. Can you corroborate?
I don't know. It's
No,
possible.
no!
Spinner's choice.
Ooh, boy.
Spinner's choice for the mountain.
I'll take it, and I'll go with Paul Thomas Anderson.
Paul Thomas Anderson is going to be the category mark. We're going to get 4 questions in the realm of Paul Thomas Anderson.
4 questions for Elliot, each one 2 points in the category of the director whose work confuses me. Paul Thomas Anderson, the subject for 2 points. Elliot, your first question. Who plays adult actress Amber Waves in Boogie Nights?
Heather Graham.
That is incorrect for a 2-point steal. Video Drew, I'm going to give you the question again. Who plays adult actress Amber Waves in Boogie Nights?
That'd be Julianne Moore for 200, Alec.
Huge steal. She got
Big
that
steal.
right
Right
back.
back. Got it right back. That was a big
4
move by
point
Video
lead
Drew.
so far.
Okay, here's the
That-
next one.
looking good. Looking
All right, back
good.
to Elliot here for 2 points. You will find the characters of Reynolds and Cyril Woodcock in which Paul Thomas Anderson film?
Phantom Thread.
That is Elliot knowing his PTA flicks. It's correct for 2 points. Here's your next question, your penultimate Paul Thomas Anderson query. Freddie Quell is the main character in which Paul Thomas Anderson film?
I'm going to guess the Fantastic Mr. Fox. Just
Multiple choice.
sounds like it.
For 1 point, your 4 options. Is it A, Magnolia, B, The Master, C, Inherent Vice, or D, Magnolia? Excuse
The
me.
Master.
Yes, it is. Yes. Yes, it is.
All right, so we find ourselves now. Dewberry 10, Video Drew 12, and here is the final question in this round for Dewberry.
4th option was actually Boogie Nights. I've
I'll
just
look
been
it up
drinking
later.
since 9 a.m.
I'll allow it.
It's your wedding day. Here's your question. For Elliot, for 2 points. In the film Inherent Vice, Owen Wilson plays Coy Harlingen, a musician known for playing what instrument?
Multiple choice.
All right, your 4 options for a point. Is it A, guitar, B, flute, C, piano, or D, saxophone?
Piano came to my mind before I heard
A,
the
guitar.
options.
That is incorrect for another big steal. For 1 point, Drew, I'm going to give you the question and the options. In the film Inherent Vice, Owen Wilson plays Coy Harlingen, a musician known for playing what instrument? Is it A, guitar, B, flute, C, piano, or D, saxophone?
See, I've seen this movie, but it's Pynchon, so I don't remember it that well. Feels like Pynchon would probably say flute.
He might say flute, but the answer is saxophone.
Saxophone. All right, so we have a 1 point lead by Video Drew. That steal, though, that steal back was just monumental as we find ourselves a
Steal and
1
the miss
point
from
lead
Dewberry.
by Video Drew going into round number 3. Mark, it is the final round. How does it go?
Let's play the sax. No, we don't have a sax player. So your rules in round number 3, each competitor gives us a series of numbers. These numbers can range from 1
know a
to
saxophone
20.
player, good
Each
help.
number corresponds to a different corner of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how. Your first question is going to be worth 2 points. Your next one's worth 3 points. Your final one is worth 5 big points. Keep in mind, there's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number 3. It is a 1-point advantage for the bride to be, and that allows you to give us your 3 lucky numbers first. So from 1 to 20, Video Drew, what feels fortunate?
Elliot, when's your birthday?
Not telling you that.
Okay. Let's go with he looks like an 8. So let's go with 8, 10, and 5.
8, 10,
Elliot,
5.
will you tell us if she was close?
Yeah, she was a little close.
A little too close.
Not scarily close, though.
What do
I'm
you
not
got,
scared.
Elliot, what do you got?
15, 16, 17.
15, 16, 17. All right, Shannon, you got 60 seconds starting now.
God, she makes my brain hurt. It's so obnoxious. Do you want to tell her, or should I tell her that you're gonna leave her at the altar? Like,
I'm just gonna ghost her.
I love your style so much. God, you really do belong here.
It's easier that way.
It is. It's easier for everyone. I love your style so much. My God, you are so impressive. What do we have here? 12 to 11. I'm not worried about you. You pick good numbers. I'm not going to call them sexy numbers because Roxy Stryer and all of them. Doesn't matter. Anyway,
teenage numbers as well. You don't want to call them sexy.
They are not Video Drew's wedding date numbers. That's for damn sure.
Absolutely
okay.
not.
So, you got all your repeats. Don't rush your answers. Listen to the questions completely. Blah, 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 blah. Go in there and do your thing, Dewberry. I trust you. Trust yourself.
You got it.
All right, John, you got 60 seconds to talk to Video Drew starting now.
Haha, he thinks ghosts are scary? I love ghosts.
You're muted.
Oh, he's muted. That's okay. I can banter with myself.
Sorry, I was saying the whole faction is full of goblins and ghouls. We all know Shannon answers her front door on a broomstick. Those people are just annoying.
Shannon,
What I find here, we are in the driver's seat. This is your game to win. We've been working hard all season long. We've been training you up and down. This is your game. I want you to go out there and show them what you're made of. All right?
Bones and skin.
And listen, if it doesn't work out with the marriage, the guy's broke anyways. He wasn't going to be a good provider. Look at him.
Where? Okay.
All right, here we go. So we're going to start with Eliot Dewberry, who needs to hit his 2 in order to bounce it back to Video Drew. Dewberry, you chose category 15, and that is in the realm of, once again, 90s movies. All right.
The comeback.
Which actor is in the following 90s films? Goodfellas, Jurassic Park, and Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes, sir, for 2 points.
Yes!
All right, so now
I did get a
Video
point.
Drew, it bounces back to Video Drew, and Video Drew chose category 8, Mark.
She did. He is in Goodfellas. That's right. So, Drew, Video Drew, your question, you selected category 8, and that's going to correspond to the world of movie musicals.
Okie dokie.
Movie schools.
You do not have to sing the answer. Your
Can I?
question.
You could, though.
You may. For 2 points. What pop music superstar played the Scarecrow in the 1978 musical The Wiz?
Michael Jackson.
Sounds like the king of pop, your darn self, and that is correct for 2 points, Christian.
All right, now we jump to Dewberry, who chose category 16 for his 3-pointer, and that is in the realm of fantasy sci-fi. Fantasy sci-fi is the category here. All right, here you go. In the film Blade Runner 2049, who plays the character of Wallace, CEO Neander Wallace, who wants to discover the secret to replicant reproduction?
Jared Leto.
For 3 points.
Oh, yeah, that's
all right,
I probably would have gotten it if I had more time.
Dewberry now finds himself up by 2 as we
Didn't
now
see
get to
it,
Video
but
Drew,
I
who
knew he
chose
was-
category number 10.
Go ahead.
That corresponds to, she just had the 1990s and fared fairly well, so let's see how the 3-pointer does in the world of the 1980s movies.
1980s, all right.
Can I see
here
the
we-
answer?
Cannot spot you that. I can give you the question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can you sing the
So the question, in the world of 80s movies for 3 points, and the lead, which actor plays the character Professor Plum in the 1985 board game adaptation comedy classic Clue?
Clue.
So can I sing the answer? It's
Peter's-
Christopher Lloyd.
Oh.
I can't give you the answer, but you can sing it, and you can be correct. Christian, it goes back to Elliot, and he needs to hit his 5.
What a battle this has been so far. As we now see ourselves 17-16. Dewberry is up. If he hits it, it bounces back to Video Drew, and he forces her to hit the 5. However, if he misses, this will be 2 points for the dungeon and another win for Video Drew. Dewberry, you chose category 17, and that is in the realm of horror films. Horror films. All right, here is the 5-pointer. Here you go.
This is the big one.
Claude Rains, Ralph Bellamy, and Bela Lugosi have supporting roles in which 1941 Universal horror film?
Supporting. I'm gonna
5,
guess the
4,
Invisible Man.
3, 2.
Frankenstein.
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Video Drew. The answer was the Wolfman. The Wolfman was the answer there. Tough 5-pointer, and Video Drew wins it again.
Woo!
All right, so
Famous words of Ric Flair. Woo!
all right, we're gonna
movies on the wheel.
Famous
Let's
words
do
of
it.
John Kaiser.
This was a back and forth battle from the second it started, man. It was like back and forth. First round, it was tied. Second round, Dewberry's up and gets the steal. Video Drew gets a steal back. 2, 2, 3, 3, and then Dewberry misses the 5. But what an incredible match. This was a very entertaining and fun match.
It was great, Christian. You had an iconoclast personalities going head-to-head, and with Dewberry, he must have felt like he was on Cloud 9 or on the biggest ocean liner of all time, sailing the high seas after defeating Makuga and sending him out to pasture. But he ran in to the unsinkable Video Drew. Her heart will go on. Elliot Dewberry doesn't necessarily drown at the bottom of the ocean like Jack did, but he's got some work to do now. Video Drew, on the other hand, feeling great, flying high, ready for more in Season 8.
That's 2 in a row for Video Drew. It's another win for the dungeon.
Anderson!
And, you know, corruption's been here before. Tough start of the season, but there's a lot of the season left.
Still
But
young.
this was a tough one. This was a tough match, and I think some people thought Video Drew was just going to steamroll past Elliot Dewberry, and that didn't happen at all. So we are going to find out exactly. I mean, this is going to be an interesting interview to say the least. But we're gonna throw it to Jen Sturger, who is with Video Drew, and a very, very happy Kaiser.
Hello.
Man, we just keep doing it and doing it and doing it well. I gotta say,
they work
absolutely. Oh, what's going on?
Veal chips, ceremonial veal chips. Anybody? I got some of those.
Love
for the...
chips. Love
I'm
them.
good, aside from living in my own version of Beetlejuice right now. Congratulations, Video Drew, on a well-fought victory. Guys, how are you feeling after this win? And were you at all surprised with the outcome?
Well, first I'd like to say Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. So that's 3. That should send him right back. Happy, yes. Surprised. Would have liked it to be a little bit far another way, winning for my end, not his end. But other than that, yeah, very, 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 extremely, very happy to be here, Jen. Thank you.
Video Drew, I feel like we've seen this evolution of your gameplay. Where do you attribute this to?
My mom, Tom. Remember? No, this wasn't good.
Maybe this guy. I don't know.
Kaiser, would you like to add something?
Oh yeah. Well, Kaiser's my mom.
That's true. I do.
We're learning all sorts of things today. Oh,
I've had a very maternal role in her life since she joined the dungeon. Since that fateful day, some dumb manager traded her to me. You know, listen, Video Dewberry is a legend in this game. He used to sell out arenas. You never want to see him or Shannon Barney on the other side of the table, mainly because they're bad people, but they're great competitors. I knew he was going to be tough. I saw that wheel and I was like, you know, there's a lot of stuff on there that could swing his way. We got 90s. I know it was a little bit of a risk to go with something that is a strength to him. But like Drew said, she grew up in the 90s. She was a kid of the 90s. I felt like we could do well enough. There were slices on there I did not want her to get. So I thought it was worth going for. Huge steal with Paul Thomas Anderson. Totally swung this game, Jen.
But you make a great point with the 90s. It's like with those type of categories, sometimes it's hard to judge whether or not they're going to be in a player's wheelhouse because they're just so broad. And it's like, how did you navigate that category for yourself, VideoDrew?
I thought about what I know in movies and then what the answer might be. Armageddon. I mean, look, you took a swing with that one because there's 2 Comet movies that came out. It's like the volcano ones that came out. There's 2 of them. So if it wasn't that one, it was going to be the other one. I maybe in hindsight would have thought that bit more and just gone to check the multiple, and just in case I would have gotten it wrong. But hey, you win some and then you win some again.
Drew, you actually have 2 wins in a row now, and you're kind of inching closer and closer to, possible title contention. If you can get 2 more, I know, right? We all have the same thoughts. If you can get 2 more wins, that's going to be 4 in a row and a possible, champion, possibly. I don't know.
Does Tom come back then? Is that what happens? Does Tom come back when Drew wins? Because I will do anything to get Tom back. Right here, because he needs me a lot.
Hey, Drew, tell him we got one of these waiting for him if he wants to come back.
Oh, we do. We
got one of these waiting for him. You can get those at the Skybound shop too,
Please go to Spybound and buy all the dungeons.
Spybound.
I know I'm going to be in for a treat. And besides this obvious win today, I'm so happy for you, Kaiser. You took out Shannon today. That's got to be making you feel on an all-time high.
Hey, look, we all know Jen. She had my number last season. I'm not gonna pretend that she didn't go out there and
neither are we.
And well, no, you never will. You'll never let me off the hook for anything. But look, she's gonna bounce back. She's a hell of a competitor. We ain't seen the last of her. We wish we did, but we haven't. Yeah, it feels good to get a win against Corruption. I mean, they're the champions of the league until they're not. I think the Dungeon's going to go out there and show them what we're made of and get a faction title this year. And that train runs through Corruption first.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again, VideoDrew. I see you found, your something blue. I'm sorry your wedding didn't work out today, but I'm glad you got the W.
Thank you. In the words of one of the questions today, I'm going to go home and sleep with my wife.
Yes, do that. Have fun.
I approve that reference because that was Mr. Green at the end of Clue, Christian. He was working with the FBI the whole time, and I don't know that VideoDrew or Kaiser are in any top secret government agencies, but boy, did they play like they had all the answers here today. Tough loss for the Mountain, big win for VideoDrew and the Dungeon.
It was all about that Julian Moore pull. Because you look at the score right there, if he gets it's a 4-point swing. If he gets that, it's a different game right now. But he didn't. And VideoDrew, Jen said it best. She's got 2 wins right now, 2 big wins. She takes another big win. She takes another big win over another contender that's coming up. Whether it's maybe don't talk about Corruption. Let's look at Marisol McKee. That's a potential match. If Marisol McKee and VideoDrew go to head, she might set herself up if she can win that match for a #1 contender match. And if that's the case, VideoDrew could very well be in championship by summer. Who knows? There's a lot that is possible. There's a lot that could happen in the Schmoedown, and there's a lot that we're going to be hearing about in just a moment as Jen Sturger talks to Shannon Dewberry. Shannon and Dewberry. Here we go.
Shannon Dewberry, yeah.
Oh, Dewberry, tough loss today. Was it the pre-wedding jitters? Was it dealing with VideoDrew's kookiness? Like, what knocked you off your game today?
I mean, pure chance. I told Shannon this morning that I realistically put this match at a solid 50-50. And, I mean, the Boogie Nights question was literally a 50-50 coin flip for me over which character it was referring to. And then the questions about Black Dynamite and Elizabeth Banks, those were just brain farts. So if any of those had gone the other way, this would have been a very different game. And it's very unfortunate that it did not.
It's always a rough day when you pick a category that you feel fairly strong in, and then the questions just don't go your way.
Mike.
Yes, that's. I mean, a lot of them did go my way. It's just that one very much did not go my way. It blew up right in my face.
Shannon, I see it's moving day in your house. There's lots of commotion going on. I know that, like I said, you're no stranger to playing from behind, so I'm sure that you'll have some words of wisdom for him after today's loss.
Well, the first thing I want to cover is the fact that Kaiser is Video Drew's mom, and apparently he's still breastfeeding her, which is super duper awkward.
Very strange.
Things I didn't need to know. Let's
Maybe
put that in the category.
maybe put it in a bottle, okay? Look, Eliot played a great game. Are we kidding ourselves here? Look at your stupid polls. Not one of you had any faith in the mountain, which is preposterous, to be quite honest, and it's disrespectful. But that's where we live. We live in disrespectful because all you guys do is underappreciate, undervalue, and disrespect us, and we're okay with that. It's totally fine. Dewberry went neck and neck with her in round 1. He got that amazing 2-point steal. Yeah, he jumped the gun a little bit on that first question. Maybe if he would have taken his time, whatever. It is what it is. And he got a rough 5-pointer. And let's be honest, could he have used his repeats? Sure, for optics, that would have been great. But that was
Why didn't we use the repeats?
Because it wasn't in his wheelhouse. He wasn't going to get there. That was not you could see it. It was very clear that was
the
not.
The Wolfman was never going to happen. It was never going to come to
It's never going to happen. So why waste your time? Do you know what I mean? If you're going to get there and you're close, of course, use it. But Dewberry's a smart player. He knows when to use it and when to throw it away. It wasn't going to serve him. It was just going to draw out the end of the match, and it wasn't worth it. Dewberry doesn't waste his time with that. That's why he goes there. He's not going to waste his time.
His repeats.
The old Irish exit.
I know it well. Oh, so where do we go next? Where do we go next, guys? Who are you looking to play? How do we rebound from this?
We keep going. We keep going. This is again. Do I have to say this again? Is this going to be like me repeating everything I said last year? It's a long season. It's a long game. It's a freaking marathon, not a sprint. I am so tired of saying the same crap over and over because you guys ask the same stupid questions. It's really, and where is Christian? He has been avoiding me like the freaking plague. And Christian, I've got words for you. You and I need to talk, and I'm not kidding. But it's not about you right now. It's about Dewberry, and Dewberry can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, obviously, I would like a chance to win this season. That would be step 1. But yeah, I today was just bad luck. That was the difference. There was the skill was very evenly matched. The vibes not evenly matched.
No.
But I don't think she'll find a match for her vibes anywhere in this league.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, it really just came down to some rotten luck and maybe not having enough coffee this morning. So I feel just as good about my next match as I do about the one I just played, which honestly, I think everyone agrees could have gone either way.
And you should feel good about it, Dewberry, because you actually played really freaking well, and I'm incredibly proud of you. So don't hang your head about it.
Tough loss today, but I am sure with Shannon as your coach, as your manager, you will bounce right back. Guys, back to the desk.
Well, Christian, seems like we do this every time where there's an interview with corruption and somebody wants to have an audience with you.
Look, as we've seen, at this point, I can comfortably say, take it up with Grace at this point. Last time that Shannon was trying to talk to me, I apparently could make those decisions. Apparently today, I can't make those decisions. So talk to Grace. What are you talking to me for? She's frustrated. She lost this match today, and she's looking for someone to yell at, so she's going to yell at me. But this is the beautiful thing about digital. I can hide. Someone that couldn't hide was the Mountain. Couldn't hide from Video Drew. She was able to steal. She did exactly that. She played very well here. Even though she had a couple shaky ones in the second round, she wins. She's got her second one in a row, and the Dungeon picks up the victory over Corruption here, picking up another 2 points. A lot of stuff coming up, because that's just the start of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, Christy V from the Stars, part of the Fan League 4, makes her anticipated debut against another rookie, the Rager, Rick Radis from the Finstock Exchange. That's going to be fireworks. So come back here tomorrow, 2 p.m. And then on Friday, Corruption right back at it again with James the Jet White. And he is going to be facing Paul Preston. Paul Preston, the powder keg from the Den. That happens. And then this Friday, what a pay-per-view it is. Ben Bateman versus Mark Riley, and Liz Shannon Miller versus John Roca. You can get them at the schmoedownlive.com. Get those tickets. Or if you're part of the $10 Patreon, patreon.com/schmoedown, and you get it. So there it is. What a deal. Mark, What a match. And we are going to be right back at it here tomorrow, partner.
Two thoroughly entertaining competitors. VIDEODREW coming out on top today. And she did a pretty good job, minus a few letters, of mentioning our Skybound merch store. You can pick your favorite faction or factions, contribute to that, get some cool merch. We don't sell orange ties there yet, but someday, somehow, possibly, it could happen. Will it be tomorrow? Probably not, but tune into the Schmoedown. Matches all week, big pay-per-view coming up. Christian, whole lot more in store for all of our loyal fan base out there. Thanks for supporting us.
Thank you to Kaiser, Shannon, VIDEODREW, Eliot Dewberry, and our entire crew. And thank you to you guys. So head on over to Patreon if you haven't already, and we will see you tomorrow.
Okay, so you may have already guessed, the sun is already up, as you can see, and I'm dead tired, so I need to go to sleep. Just wanted to point that out. This was my score today. Still didn't make that attempted goal of 10, but hey, at least I didn't do as badly as I did in the match with the Kid versus Chance. At least I outscored myself from there. Also, I did look it up. It was Wes Anderson who directed. I already mentioned that. Anyways, got my Andersons mixed up. So, this was the match. I'm happy that VIDEODREW won. And can't wait to see the next match. After I get some sleep, obviously, which is something I desperately need right now, because I don't do that a lot lately. So, hope you've enjoyed this edition of Tired Reactions. The next reaction, I can't promise I will be as... I can't promise that I won't be as tired as I was just now. However, I can promise that if I'll do a next one, it'll probably be in a different setting, not in this location that you can see right now. I'm still not 100% sure I'm going to do those reactions, but if I will, you won't see me here. Anyways, that's all I have to say for now. Until the next one, well... Hello again, everybody! I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.